Cover it all in just a few minutes, Paul.
We certainly will, Ed. Thank you so much. Well, a bank robbery suspect recovering this morning. It's our top headline. After being shot by Hernando County deputies all in the middle of a very busy roadway. Now, check out the scene on Broad Street in Brooksville right around lunchtime on Friday. Investigators tell us the man driving the white truck, well, he robbed the Capital Bank and then fled with a hostage. When they finally stopped him, deputies opened fire. As shots rang out, customers in a nearby store didn't know what to think.
Pop, 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 ran towards the gunshot.
Now, the sheriff's office tells us the suspects got out of the vehicle, quote, engaged deputies and then shot by law enforcement. No one other than that suspect was hurt. Authorities have yet to identify the suspect or that hostage. In the wake of Hurricane Irma, real health concerns for Hernando and Pasco County residents living along the Withlacoochee River that could really affect thousands. Things flushed down the toilet that could end up in the river. Yeah, it crested Thursday and is expected to remain at major flood stage at least through Wednesday. The water has overtaken septic tanks and private wells there. One mom in the area really concerned for her family's health. Take a listen.
Debris in.
Meantime, Hernando County officials continue to warn families to stay out of the water. If you have to go in, they say use waders and rubber boots. Also, you can get your water tested for free. We put up all that information on our website, WFLA.com. Happening right now, Hillsborough County deputies are searching for this woman you see right here. She's Melissa Bennett. The 47-year-old was discharged from Florida Hospital 6 weeks ago. She hasn't been seen since. Now, Bennett suffers from seizures. Her family obviously very concerned about her. If you see her, you're urged to call 911. Well, a cold case nearly 2 decades later is solved. This morning, a man in custody, here he is. He's charged in 2 rape cases. And as News Channel 8's Rod Carter reports, it's all thanks to DNA.
Good morning, Terry. Rod Carter, News Channel 8.
2 decades in the making right there. New information this morning with 2 child care workers facing charges this morning after they were seen on this Snapchat video right here abusing a child with autism. Winter Haven police say Alexis Henderson recorded the video of Katarika Smith tormenting that 8-year-old boy. Now, we spoke with a parent of an autistic child who says it is just heartbreaking to watch.
You're dealing with autism, him not being able to tell me.
Now, both women have since been fired and their licenses suspended by the state. Well, he thought FEMA showed up to inspect his home for damage, but Target 8 learned someone else was trying to cash in on a Tampa man's hurricane hardship. A massive tree, look at it right there, fell onto Bob Anderson's home during the storm. The next day, he noticed a whole lot of traffic going by. One of those gawkers may have beaten Bob to the punch and filed a fraudulent claim with FEMA.
It's just curiosity.
Now, we should point out that Bob worked for Nexstar. That's the company that owns News Channel 8. According to FEMA, attempts to defraud the government and storm victims happen in every disaster. Happening today, if you're looking for things to do with your kids, well, listen to this. You could take them to dozens of museums here in the Bay Area. And guess what? You don't have to pay a penny. Art, history, science, all a part of the free museum day. Amanda Shavari live at one of those museums taking part today, the Plant Museum in Tampa. And Amanda, really, what a great deal for families.
So many different museums.
We are certainly lucky indeed, you know, Amanda. So what about all the other museums offering deals? Are they on the official website too?
Well, there are some that obviously are on that website, but not all. So like the Glacier Children's Museum, they are not on that official list, but they are today offering deals and specials. So it's always best to just call the museum you want to go to today ahead of time and see if they're participating. And then if you know they are, you can head over to that website.
Great day for families today. Amanda Shavari live in Tampa for us. Thank you so much. Okay, also happening today, Walmart will once again offer free health screenings at more than 4,600 locations nationwide. Customers can get free blood pressure and glucose screenings as well as low-cost immunizations. It's happening from 10 this morning until 2 this afternoon. Select locations will also offer free vision screenings. Of course, we have posted all the information that you need to know. It's over on our website, WFLA.com. Ahead this morning, the danger is far from over in Puerto Rico. Why as many as 70,000 people are now being evacuated. Plus, Bay Area Coast Guard members make this dramatic rescue. We'll tell you how they saved the mother and her 2 kids. 6:09, your time right now on this Saturday morning. You're watching News Channel 8 today. Welcome back, 6:12 your time right now. And members of the Coast Guard stationed in Clearwater, look at this, taking part in this very dramatic rescue during Hurricane Maria. Look at it. You can see a mother and her 2 kids. They're stranded on a flipped boat. This is off the Puerto Rican island of Vieques. Rescuers then dropped from a helicopter to get them to safety. Good news there. All right. This morning, though, Puerto Rican authorities are scrambling to evacuate as many as 70,000 people. They are downstream of a failing dam. The island is already swimming in floodwaters from Hurricane Maria. Power and communications are still out across most of the island and could be for months after Hurricane Irma tore through that island nation. This morning, Republican hopes for a last-ditch effort to repeal and replace Obamacare. Well, they are fading fast. Arizona Senator John McCain says he will vote no because there are too many unknowns for him to support the Graham-Cassidy bill. He is now calling for a bipartisan effort to fix Obamacare. McCain joins Kentucky's Rand Paul in opposing the bill. One more Republican no vote, and the bill would likely be dead. President Trump, meantime, tackling the issue of NFL players who kneel during the national anthem, saying it shows, quote, total disrespect of our heritage, but he's not stopping there.
Wouldn't you love?
Wow, heated up there. The president making those remarks during a campaign event for Alabama Senator Luther Strange. The president also urging spectators to walk out and protest if they see any player kneeling during a game. Well, the state is saying thank you to heroes who helped us during Hurricane Irma to license-free fishing. That's right. Governor Scott expanded the program to include utility workers, law enforcement, and first responders. They can enjoy license-free saltwater and freshwater fishing through next June. I'm telling you, who better to ask about fishing than our fishing expert, Ed? Well, maybe our fishing weather expert. How's about that?
Got my rod and reel in the forecast center.
All right, Ed, thank you so much. Well, you know what? It is time to get blitzed. That's right. Coming up, Dan Lucas and Annie Sabo will have all your high school football highlights and scores. Ed's giving me that look because I said that. Yeah, blitzed football. You get it. That's next. Meantime, a University of Tampa student, here he is, very lucky to be alive this morning. He recently survived a fiery rollover crash while driving home to Rhode Island. And as Walt Buteau reports, he wouldn't be here today without some good Samaritans who rushed in to save him.
You just hear bad, all the bad.
Wow, to see all those pictures of the damage, to know that student is alive this morning. It's great news there. All right, that was Walt Buteau reporting. All right, this morning, a Sun City Center man knew he'd better call Bankin for help with a cruise insurance hassle. That's right. After Henry Hosman's wife died, he wanted to cancel a $4,000 cruise they had booked. He bought trip insurance, but ran into a roadblock getting his money back. The trip was on Celebrity Cruises, but his insurance is through April Travel Protection. That is based in Miami.
I was bummed.
And after Shannon called the insurance company, things, well, they certainly changed. A representative called Henry and told him a check for the bulk of the money is now in the mail. All right, we turn to what's making headlines across America this morning. A Good Samaritan who stopped an armed robbery. Here it is. Remember this? Now being sued by the man who tried to commit that crime. The surveillance video, there it is, showing a man walking in wearing a Transformers mask. Police later identified him as 30-year-old Ryan Flores. Now, he pulled out a knife and a gun and demanded that the barista fill up the bag. And that's when Craig Jerry grabbed a chair and charges Flores. Now, Flores is suing Craig. His mother claiming her son is a victim, too, saying that he's a victim, but not everyone agrees with her.
Yeah.
That is ludicrous.
There you have it. The Fresno police chief calls Jerry a hero. Flores, though, is being held on more than $150,000 bail. He's expected to appear in court next month. Well, just weeks after this video went viral, you can't forget this. It's showing a Denver cheerleader forced even further down into her split. She's crying there. The school's principal has retired. The athletic director resigned. That video surfaced last month. The coach at the time claimed it was a technique he knew growing up. He has since been dismissed. Well, in a consumer alert this Saturday morning, a crash has prompted John Deere to recall 25,000 of its D105 tractors. Turns out the transmissions can fail, and that poses a crash hazard. The tractors were sold at John Deere dealers, Home Depot, and Lowe's stores nationwide from February of 2016 through July of last year. You're urged to call the company for a free repair. Target's Restock program, a huge hit, and now it's expanding to cities across the country. It's not available here in the Bay Area yet, though so far 10 U.S. cities have access to the delivery service, and San Francisco will be added next month. Target Restock allows customers to place an order online, filling a shopping cart-sized box with basic home items. The box, get this, will then be delivered the next day for just $5. Walmart now testing a new program allowing customers to request delivery inside their home. Yeah, you heard it right, inside the house. It would mean the delivery person actually goes inside and puts the items in your fridge or freezer. Consumers must have an August Home Smart Lock and security system. Then a one-time access code will allow entry, and you can watch the delivery through home security cameras. For now, the service is only being tested in the San Francisco Bay Area.
That was my question. I was like, wait a minute, you're just going to let someone come into your home without you even being able to see?
I was just looking out of the corner of my eye, and I could see your facial expressions very dubious.
Very inquisitive look, like, huh?
I'm not so sure about that.
Well,
all right, happening today, the Tampa Bay Boat Show underway at the Florida State Fairgrounds. It goes on all weekend and will feature some of the newest boats around. You'll also find all sorts of accessories and fishing supplies. Well, we know that Ed has his rod and reel ready to go today. Ed, what you got for the forecast?
yeah, just got to find someone with a boat.
6:51 your time right now, and while the U.S. team is getting ready for South Korea, one former bronze medal winning skier taking her Olympic drive to new heights. That's right. Erin Nolan this morning introduces us to a world-renowned athlete turned small business guru.
I had accomplished.
For the Gold Report, I'm Erin Nolan.
And News Channel 8 sports anchor Annie Sabo will be at the 2018 Winter Games in South Korea. Of course, you can watch her Olympic reports throughout the month of February. Where else but right here on News Channel 8. All right, coming up this morning, whole lot more to get to. We'll be right back.